Presentations. Everybody, or most of everybody's worst fear. Online or in person, for me, I get really nervous for presentations. When I'm sitting in line and the teacher's picking who's up next, this, and that, I usually get a lot of nerves and I start to shake just a little bit. I get really anxious. Before presentations, even when I'm prepared and I'm most locked in and I'm ready for the presentation, I still am nervous. Why is that? Well, I grew up playing football my whole life, and I played college football last year. And I had the same thing. You always have those exciting nerves, right? So you know what to do, you know the plays, you know everything, you know what to present on. That's not the issue. The issue is just anxiety, and my body feels anxious before I go up and basically talk in front of 30 plus people every single time. It's not whether you're prepared or not. It's just you're just anxious, you're nervous and excited for what is to come. And anticipation really builds off of when the teacher calls you and when you're waiting to be called and your name is called. That anticipation makes you even more nervous rather than just you're the first one up and you're good to go. But my body, my voice kind of gets a little more lighter and I start to talk really fast when I'm presenting. But as presentations go on, I start to slow myself down, notice it, slow down my thinking. And after 15 to 20 seconds, I'm really locked in and I'm not nervous anymore. I'm really good to go and present on what I studied for and I locked in for. So some things that I use to slow myself down and not become nervous is once I'm called up, I make sure all my stuff is ready on the board and I try and start off really slow. I try not to talk fast because once I talk fast, you talk out of anxiousness and nervousness. I try to avoid that after my first 10 to 15 seconds. And after that, everything is really smooth. I prepare really well before all my presentations because when I feel like when I'm not prepared enough to present in front of 30 people, that nervousness is just going to build on itself and it's just going to be a recipe for a disaster. So I always study really hard before the presentation and I practice a couple times. And most of the time I go off of my own headspace because if it's too much of a script, it doesn't sound genuine and I feel like I work best when it's an impromptu assignment and presentation. So that's kind of the tools that I use. I take deep breaths and I relax as I'm up there presenting after the first 10 seconds. And I slow my body down, slow my mind down, and eventually crush the presentation and get that A.